who will you leave it to? Not your money, not your house, your strength, your discipline. The lessons carved into your bones by every rep, every run, every moment you chose the hard path. One day you won't be here. The iron will cool, the gym will close, but what you built, the real you, will still exist. It will live in the people you touch, the example you set, the standard you refuse to lower. So I ask you again, who will inherit your strength? Think of the person who first believed in you, a parent who never quit, a coach who saw something you didn't, a friend who stood beside you when you fell. That belief, it was an inheritance, someone gave it to you, and you've been carrying it ever since. Now it's your turn to pass it on. Every time you step into this gym, you're not just lifting for yourself, you're lifting for the people who will need your strength one day. A child who will face their own darkness, a partner who will lean on you when life gets heavy, a stranger who will see your discipline and decide to start their own journey. Your work is not selfish, it is a gift, and gifts are meant to be given. So forge yourself like the blade of a warrior, not for glory, but for purpose. Every rep hones your edge so you can cut through the obstacles your family will face. Every set builds your back so you can carry burdens that are not your own. Every drop of sweat is a testament to your commitment, proof that when life demands strength, you will have it. The world is full of people who take your time, take your energy, take your peace. But you are a builder, you are a protector. You are the one who leaves more than you found, and that starts here, under the bar, in the silence of the early morning, in the choice to be strong when no one is watching. Make this promise not to yourself, to the ones who come after. I will be strong so they don't have to be. I will endure so they can stand on my shoulders. I will never quit because my quitting would rob them of the example they deserve. This is not vanity, this is responsibility. When you look at the weights, you are not seeing iron, you are seeing the future. A future where your strength becomes their foundation, where your discipline becomes their compass, where your legacy becomes their inheritance. One day, someone will stand where you stand. Maybe your child, your younger sibling, your mentee. They'll look at the weights and wonder if they can do it, and they'll remember you. They'll see your face in the mirror, they'll hear your voice saying, I did it, so can you? That moment, that passing of strength is the inheritance, not muscle, not trophies, not numbers on a screen. It's the unshakable belief that they too can rise. You are not just building a body, you are building a lineage, a story that will be told long after your last rep, a legacy carved not in stone, but in souls. So tomorrow, when you wake up and the bed feels warm and the excuses feel reasonable, remember who you're doing this for. They're counting on you, not because they know, but because they deserve it. Build for them, suffer for them, become for them. Because what you build today, someone will inherit tomorrow. Come and inherit. If you're building for those who come after, subscribe for more. Now go make a legacy.
How many promises have you made to yourself that you didn't keep? I'll start Monday, I'll do it tomorrow. This time will be different. Then life gets loud, the bed feels warm, the excuses feel smart, and the promise quietly fades into the pile of all the other promises you broke. You're not alone. Most people live their entire lives in a fog of broken vows to themselves. They wonder why trust feels fragile, because they've proven over and over that they cannot trust their own word. But what if today you made one promise and kept it? What if you became someone who does what they say to themselves, without exception? Today you make a vow, not to the gym, not to your coach, not to the world, to the one person who has heard every broken promise you ever made. You repeat after me, silently, but let it land in your bones. I will show up when I said I would. I will do the work even when I don't feel like it. I will not let my mood dictate my commitment. I will be the one who keeps the promise. This is not about motivation. Motivation comes and goes. This is about identity. You are no longer the person who starts and stops. You are the person who stays. Now you build the ritual.
The ritual is the gym, the iron is the altar. Every rep is a renewal of the vow. When you wake up and the alarm is early, you don't negotiate, you move, the vow is already made. When the weight feels heavy and your body begs you to rack it, you don't argue, you finish, the vow is already made. When life throws chaos, a bad day, a sleepless night, 100 reasons to skip, you don't invent an exception, the vow does not bend. This is how you become someone your own word can trust, not by grand gestures, but by showing up again and again and again until keeping the promise is no longer hard. It's just who you are. The vow will be tested, not by the weight, by the voice inside that whispers, just this once, you deserve a break, it doesn't matter. That voice is the keeper of every promise you ever broke. It knows your weaknesses, it knows the comfort of quitting. And right now, it's watching to see if this vow is real. So look at the bar, load the weight you said you would, and when that voice gets loud, you don't shout back, you move, you lift, you finish. Action silences the liar. Rep after rep, you prove to yourself, I am not the person who breaks promises anymore. One kept promise changes everything. Because once you keep one, you can keep another, and soon you are no longer defined by your intentions, you are defined by your actions. The people around you will feel it, your confidence will shift, your discipline will become contagious. Your children will see someone who does what they say, your friends will wonder what changed. What changed is that you stopped making promises you wouldn't keep. You started making vows you wouldn't break, and the gym became the place where you practice keeping them. Tomorrow, the alarm will ring, the voice will whisper, the choice will be yours. But you already chose, you made the vow. Now all you have to do is keep it. Common vow, if you're keeping your promise today, subscribe for more. Now go be someone your word can trust. Common vow, if you're keeping your promise today, subscribe for more. Now go be someone your word can trust.
Listen, do you hear it? It's not the clank of iron. It's the sound of a war horn echoing across time. It's calling you. Not to fight an enemy, but to become the one who stands firm when life swings its hardest. The one who protects, who provides, who perseveres. Every warrior begins with a call, some ignore it. They stay comfortable, unprepared, fragile. But you answered the moment you stepped into this gym. You said, I will be ready. The path is long, it always is, but the warrior does not ask for a shorter path, he asks for stronger legs. Now you enter the forge, this is where weakness is burned away. Every rep is a hammer strike, every set is a fold in the steel. The forge is not comfortable, it's hot, it hurts. It asks you to give more than you think you have. But the warrior knows, without the fire, there is no blade. You are being shaped, the muscles that ache today will become the shield that deflects doubt tomorrow. The lungs that burn will become the breath that roars when you need it most. Do not rush the forge, do not curse the heat, stay strike. Repeat, the steel does not become strong by wishing. It becomes strong by enduring. The day will come when you face your battle. It may be a diagnosis, a crisis, a moment when everything you have is tested. On that day, you will not rise to the occasion. You will fall to the level of your training. So train like the battle is coming, because it is the weight you lift today is the weight you will carry tomorrow. The breath you control now is the calm you will have in the storm. When the world tries to break you, your back will not bend. When fear whispers retreat, your legs will hold. When others fall, you will stand, because you stood here under the bar when no one was watching. A warrior lives by a code, not written in stone, but carved into the heart. I will be stronger than my excuses. I will be kinder than my struggles. I will lift others as I lift myself. I will leave this place better than I found it. This code is what separates the warrior from the one who merely works out. It's the reason you train, not for ego, not for a photo, but to become someone worthy of the battles you will face and the people who depend on you. One day, you will lay down your weapons, your joints will ache, your hair will gray, but your spirit will still be sharp. And someone will ask you, how did you make it through? How did you keep going when everything was against you?
You will look at them and smile, I trained. You'll say not because it was easy, but because the people I love deserve someone who was ready. That is your legacy. Not the weights you lifted, but the lives you lifted because you were strong enough to. Now rest, the warrior knows when to rest, because the path continues tomorrow. But when the horn calls again, you will be ready. Common warrior, if you're answering the call, subscribe for more. Now go forge yourself. Look ahead. What do you see? Most people see a gym, a room with iron and mirrors, but you see a mountain. It rises out of the floor, its peak is hidden in clouds of sweat and doubt. No one has ever reached the top by accident. It requires steps, thousands of them, one after another. You're standing at the base right now. The path begins with a single rep. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready now. The mountain doesn't care about your excuses. It only rewards those who climb. The first steps are easy. You're fresh, full of energy. But the mountain knows your weakness. It steepens when your lungs burn. It adds weight when your legs shake. This is where most people turn back. They look up, see how far they still have to go, and convince themselves the view isn't worth it. But you lean into the slope. You put one foot in front of the other, another rep, another set, another breath. The slope is the grind, it's the unglamorous middle where nobody applauds, nobody sees, nobody cares. But every step here builds the muscle of your will. Every step here makes the summit possible. Then comes the ledge, the moment when everything in you says stop. The weight is too heavy, the path is too steep. Your grip is slipping, your mind is screaming. This is where dreams die, or where they are forged into something unbreakable. On this ledge, you face the question that defines you. Will I stay here? Or will I rise? Reach, pull, push, scream if you have to. The ledge is not the end. It's the door to the next level, and that door only opens to those who refuse to let go. Now you stand at the summit, not because you were lucky, because you climbed, because you bled, because you refused to turn back when the slope was steep. From up here, you see everything, the path you carved, the obstacles you overcame, the version of you that started at the base, softer, smaller, unsure. That person is gone, you've left them behind, step by step, rep by rep. And what remains is someone who knows they can endure, someone who knows they can rise. This summit is not the end of the journey. It's the proof that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Now you stand at the summit, not because you were lucky, because you climbed, because you bled, because you refused to turn back when the slope was steep. From up here, you see everything, the path you carved, the obstacles you overcame, the version of you that started at the base, softer, smaller, unsure. That person is gone, you've left them behind, step by step, rep by rep. And what remains is someone who knows they can endure, someone who knows they can rise. This summit is not the end of the journey. It's the proof that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Now you descend, but you don't go back to who you were. You go back to show others the way. Someone is standing at the base, looking up, terrified. They need to see that it can be done. They need to hear that the struggle is worth it. That someone might be your child, your friend, or the stranger in the mirror tomorrow. Your strength is not just for you. It's the trail you leave for others to follow. Every time you step into this gym, you're marking that trail. Every rep is a cairn. Every workout is a sign that says, yes, it's hard. Yes, it's worth it. Yes, you can. So tomorrow, when you stand at the base again, remember, the mountain is waiting. Step up, climb, become. And when you reach the top, look back and guide the next one up. today. Subscribe for more. Now go take the first step.